Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to Update. It's Precious. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry, so sorry, but today's zone not be my fault. And I go hold Prince Francis Chilaka account responsible for what happened today. So tomorrow is local government election in Lagos State, and the city is almost chaotic. Of course, you know the practical, traffic situation for inside Lagos State and part of waiting caused the delay for today. So please bear with us every day. And as I go explain the story of my life tonight. Welcome to Updated Precious. It's always a pleasure to bring you guys matter when it hot for inside the country. Now I get plenty stories I want to talk about. But before I begin telling now all the matter with the hot for inside the country, make I introduce my special guests of honor, my Friday tonic. Unfortunately, Mr. Obi is unable to join us. He was actually here earlier, but unfortunately he had to run. So please bear with him. But Prince Francis Chilaka is here. Prince Francis, thank you, sir. Welcome. I don't tell them saying that you then go hold accountable, not be me, because now you make us that.
The traffic in Lagos today, the traffic has been crazy since going to
Wow.
2 weeks now. I don't know what they're
Wow.
doing at say Anthony and all of that, but that traffic, today's one was something else. 3 good hours.
So the traffic
Uh,
where gyms. Where gyms.
We're G-string.
No, James, sorry, excuse me. Let me go and bring you people the hot story, top topics for today. All right, so on the story, the matter then when they hot for this evening, reps raise alarm over swearing malnutrition. But wait for it. Even as reps, they raise alarm over swearing malnutrition. The mother of the country, Remi Tinubu, they campaign for her husband for Facebook as reports don't carry and say Nigerians don't they mock and they blast and say, Madam, what happened? As they blast them for campaigning for her husband's second tenure on Facebook. Say, why you they campaign for your husband's second tenure? See the way the country did. See the things that they happen for inside the country. Now, book launch. Shettima did not criticize Tinubu's suspension of Rivers governor presidency. Now they talk. What's happened? It looks like there was fire in Aso Rock, but what's it happen? So Shettima no criticize President Tinubu's presidency. We look at the, President Tinubu's suspension of Governor Siminalayi Fubara, but we'll look at that. You don't say evidence will grant that, as usual, at the bring of the evidence. Shettima is right. Tinubu has no power to remove Fubara. ADC replies presidency. And then Northerners abandoning APC in droves to join ADC coalition. So they said Northerners, they just they enter in droves to join ADC. This according to Adamu Garba. And then 2027, ADC will dislodge APC. Who talk this one? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu right-hand man, Aregbe Shola, Aregbe. All right, 2027, Utomi throws weight behind ADC coalition. That one said the Villa rat invasion. You remember that story they told us, say rats invade Villa B? Hey! They have finally confessed after they left government that it is actually a fluke. Sorry, a lie. Sorry, now waiting then just, concussion where they make up by themselves. As Garuba Shehu don't come out, can't tell us, will be the former presidential spokesperson to President Muhammad Buhari. Say that story was just a cover up for Buhari's illness to divert on attention to the sickness of Buhari is sick. So now be say some things then when they trend for inside government, not be say really they happen, they just won't keep on a busy to the gist. Why did they do their thing? Hey! Buhari government went after my allies post 2015 election. Jonathan, now you don't talk this one. Autonomy standoff. Governors get 4.5 trillion local government funds 1 year after South Supreme Court ruling. We'll also talk about that one. Ojulari led NNPCL hints at selling Port Harcourt Refinery and others. Why did they sell them? Because, oh God, Dangote don't come out content and say, you see that refinery? Could it work? NNPC will never work again. It is moribund. Forget about NNPC refinery. On I know all this while, when I can't they spend money inside, they do us. Who should we hold responsible for waiting they happen now? Make we go ahead to other issues. INEC confirms 129 party applications, launches digital portal. And then 2027, we aim to take over power from APC through democratic means. ADC. Now they talk this one. We are going to democratically remove all of them. Who talk this one again? Former Minister Adamu Waziri. What is going on? And they're talking about coalition. Shey Makin, they don't talk. Say what is going on here. You cannot abandon your house because it is your roof is leaking. You go patch the roof, continue on that. And people say, excuse me. Are you not Wike's friend? What is going on there? Well, we'll jump into that matter when the time reach. And no one can chase us out of Plateau State. It's our state too. Fulani headsmen, vow that nobody go fit command them for Plateau State. Meanwhile, talking about Supreme Court judgment, APC supporters locked out of celebration at Edo Government House. Matter plenty where be say we go talk. All right, make I just bar break here. Make we just sit tight and get the feelers of waiting to happen for inside the news. So before we go straight to other matter them or the matter them where they share for inside the news, proper. Prince Francis Chilaka, there's something I want you to jump on. Now, if I not talk about this one, you go there like I say, I need a great talk about things really happen. Since yesterday, a video made the round where it be say in been the people don't use and they insult them. Oh, people will insult them. People will hail them. Now, social media, but including television shows and radio shows and all that. And people don't use and they mock them. I would like give a context to that video before we just go ahead. So actually, it can't happen. Say the video now, the an event will be a birthday party or a birthday bash will be said in throw for I think a particular Catholic priest, so in Reverend Father Morris. So say I think part of the theme for that what do they call them, the event or that birthday, because the priest and person will like to give back to humanity. So part of the theme for that birthday party now to give back to people, to reflect the life of the cleric, now to give back to people, to really reflect within in they do, to embrace humanity, embrace love. So not be only him, but him, I think Osita is in Aso and all other people them will be big people waiting for that event also come out concerned. But as I talk to you, people don't use and be lambast President Bola Ahmed Tinubu plenty. In fact, make I go show you that footage so that we go see, and I go show you not just him. I said President Tinubu. Oh, Peter Obi plenty. Now here is the footage, and after he own, you go see Osita Izunaso own. Okay, that's the footage. Oh yeah, make I begin take your thoughts while you talk. You go to play while you talk. Go ahead, sir.
But I said on a different channel a few days back
Hmm.
that the problem with a lot of Nigerians is that they don't even know the man called Peter Obi. This man is humility personified. If you meet people who have met him one-on-one and you hear them talk, you'll be asking yourself, is Peter Obi a Nigerian or is he
Hmm.
being an Igbo one?
Hmm.
See, the truth is that Peter Obi is not behaving like a typical Nigerian politician.
So this
The
video now,
thing,
Osita is in a so you go see him, you don't see him. So him too share food. So I wonder why Osita own no trend like Peter B
no,
own.
yes, I'll tell you why. The thing
Hmm.
with our system and the thing with the ruling class is that they see the simplicity in this man and they want to turn it into mockery. Peter Obi is a different breed of Nigerian politician.
Be different species.
No, he's a different breed. So sometimes you ask yourself, is this man, imagine what will happen to Nigeria if you have Peter Obi 10 of his type. Nigeria will be a better country. So when you see a lot of people talking about Peter Obi, they're not talking about Peter Obi because he gives them money. No, they're talking about Peter Obi because the man is himself. There's nothing to hide. He is just what you see is what you get. What you have booked for is what is delivered to you. But we know that others have always allowed people to package them. Yes? You want me to give you examples? You've forgotten that they packaged Buhari for us and told you that he's the only man in Nigeria that is corruption free. He is the only man that can decimate Boko Haram. He is the only general that when he stands, the whole nation will shake. What happened at the end of the day? He took us from where we thought we were suffering and took us to hell.
So top to bottom. All right. I don't want to make a dwell on this too much. But there's something else. There's a rejoinder to this. There's another matter where BC can consign them. So today, somebody else where BC they work for a television station where they owned by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come post something. And I don't know why Nigerians can't take the matter serious like this. This now waiting she post. You know, say sometimes I need to hear English well or understand them. I beg, help me read out. It make any meaning. Waiting she talk. He say, dear official Bat, he tagged Tinubu. He say, please allow him become president for 6 months while you take a leave of absence. Let's even see what magic he wants to do. This desperation is rather sickening. Who
You
you think say
know,
they talk about? Some people think say na Shettima. Some people say no, na Peter Obi the main for inside this conversation. Some people
hey,
don't
let
begin
me tell you,
attack the woman. Say, oh,
let me
why you
tell
going to talk
you,
about Tinubu, President Bola Ahmed, Peter Obi like that? What do you understand for this message?
let me tell you the problem. You know, a lot of Nigerians, they don't know what they want. They want an Eldorado, but they believe that a fool can take them to Eldorado. They
Mm.
want the good things of life, but they're all lazy. They can't even lift up a spoon to their mouth. So why would they not go on being hungry?
Hmm. All right. Thank you, sir. Make
Peter
a
Obi is
but,
not
but,
desperate.
what,
No,
but
no,
what
no, no.
you
Then
but what you
I want to
understand
correct
that
something.
you think saying
I
that
want to
Peter Obi
correct something.
they
Hold on,
talk about?
precious.
Okay,
Peter
sir.
Obi is not desperate. Peter Obi has enough that will take care of him, his generation, and generation yet unborn. Peter Obi did not make money from government. He's not benefiting from the largesse of government. It's not like some of your governors who did not perform, and after 8 years, they run to the Senate and go and continue to rely on the people to survive. Peter Obi is a man that has worked hard for his money. He's a man that keeps improving himself on a daily basis.
Okay, sir.
How many of your former governors do you see today giving lectures? How many of them?
All right, sir.
Most of them are comfortable in the National Assembly. Even in the National Assembly where they are, how many bills have they been able to raise? The
Hmm.
only time they are useful to Nigerians is when they say, if you say yes, you say nay, that is all. After that, they go to sleep.
All right, sir. Nights don't come. Make we quickly rush to enter inside of that story. Them. I just to make I raise that conversation. So from the message where you send it, it's in a Peter Obi they talk about Abina Shetima. I don't know the one way you think though.
No, na Peter Obi now.
Okay. So let's get straight to other issues. Let's begin with the issue of malnutrition. As the House of Representatives don't raise concerns over rising malnourishment, malnutrition, and worsening food insecurity in Nigeria, calling for urgent and coordinated national action to reverse the trend. Say the way hunger, malnourishment, don't they go around? Say, I beg, go, we need to do quick action to turn this trend. Else, it will become something else. Say, in fact, say if we continue, say a problem, oh, say because cost of living and cost of doing things for the country now don't lead to this one. It says costing the country, say it cost the country billions of money annually now, or will cost our money to use manage the situation. They talked this one earlier today. Now, why would they worried about these developments and waiting and talk about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wife, Senator Remi Tinubu? People don't come begin criticize them. Netizens, when the social media users say, hey, why you go the campaign for your husband for second term when people be hungry, when things hard? So netizens have criticized First Lady Oluremi Tinubu for campaigning for her husband's re-election on Facebook. According to People's Gazette, note, quote, I did not write this story. Quote, I did not write it. So just so you know. So now, Mrs. Tinubu took to social media yesterday, Thursday, to seek another term for her husband, Bola Tinubu, whose administration celebrated 2 years of the first 4 years in office just May 29. May 29, and they just celebrate 2 years. Now, 4 plus 4, the quote now 4 plus 4 equals to 8. The first lady posted on Facebook on Thursday yesterday, sparking reactions from Nigerians on social media. 4 plus 4 in this condition where we dey now. Now, so people begin. I wish I could get some screenshot of that, but make a leave am. Some responded, God forbid, while others said the first lady must be dreaming to wish re-election for her husband. Now, responding to Mrs. Tinubu's post, Facebook user, I think one delight, and said, God forbid, oh, we cancel it in Jesus' name. She can't put amen by herself. Another user, Musa Zaranda, said, God forbid, ADC, whether I like it or not. Yay. And then another someone that says, wake up from your dreaming, You will finish the remaining 4 in Lagos. Amahi, and I talk that one. one Amahi Al Hassan. While the John Stanley C said, haha, can someone wake her up? She's having malaria. She need to be treated. And then lamenting, most of them they lament prevailing economic hardship under Mrs. Tinubu or Mrs. Tinubu husband, that is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Another Facebook user, Mika Toraki Yalawa say, no one will vote you again. Hunger, poverty, insecurity, injustice, everything. Now only this one administration they did. We need to vote on again. Now Abubakar Junai, the big known, he said, they stay there. No go look for a better place in Lagos that looks like Villa to return to in 2027. Stay there, they would make a return to Villa. Now, some of the Facebook users vowed to send Mrs. Tinubu and her husband back to Lagos with their votes in 2027. Some politicians have adopted, of course, the ADC, and I'm waiting to make some people they talk about ADC. I would like to get your reaction on this conversation, sir. Sharply said I will move on to other issues.
Um, I like what is playing out on social media. Yes, people are saying their minds, and interestingly, what is happening with the Nigerian people? Every Nigerian is now behaving like a typical politician.
How?
They're all behaving like Wiki.
How? I am coming to Nyendeba. I'm coming to Nyendeba because somebody said something today. I'm going to remind them.
What I'm trying to say is that,
okay,
in one breath, they don't want Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They don't want anything APC. In another breath, when they see money, they change.
Oh.
So you cannot really hold Nigerians to their words. Nigerians are driven by hunger and the desire to have money in their pocket. See, the only way things can really work in this country, the only way we can beat our chest and say, yes, Nigeria is developing, Nigeria is getting better, is if the people themselves will be sincere to themselves. The Nigerian people are not sincere to themselves. It's because these your leaders understand that there's poverty in the land, there's hunger in the land, they use it as a tool to sway the people. You are a witness to when your Senate President and Natasha were having their, cat and dog fight. You saw women who were brought from villages that I don't even know where they're coming from to come and protest against Natasha. And they were carrying placards, but they didn't even know what they were doing. They didn't know who they were protesting against.
They didn't know who they were protesting against.
So,
they don't even
but
know
the whole thing is that they are driven by the fact that they're going to give them 5,000 naira. So these are women who have calculated that in a day, they can't make up to 5,000 naira. So they see that as free money and they accept it. I am really, really disappointed with Remi Tinubu. She should know better. She was once a senator. She should understand that the time to start campaign has not, drawn close. She should understand that she, of all people, should not even be the one to fault the rules. But what do you expect? After all, don't forget, she told you that they have so much money that they don't need the money of Nigeria. But immediately after saying that, what happened? Her office was given quite a large amount of money, cars and all of that. She didn't reject. The husband went ahead and approved money for them to buy a new baby toy for him. Nobody, they didn't say no. So you just have your political class are people who speak from both sides of the mouth, depending on who their audience is. She's just testing the water. She's testing the water to see if she was, she went, was it not Delta State she went to? Or yeah, it was in Delta when she went, I remember, to that school of nursing. When they said, no, be our mama. But you also remember,
The
I
famous
think few
Nadia
days
Mama,
back
the
or few
famous
weeks back,
Nadia Mama be this.
good, few weeks back, Peter Obi went to the same school.
No, that one not be
And
the
the
same school.
tone,
Peter Obi went to Benin, not Delta
it
School.
doesn't matter. The
But it's
tone of the
school of
music
nursing.
changed. The tone of the music changed. So somebody that would lead, somebody that will, that have empathy, somebody that believes in the rule of law, you don't need to fight it. You don't need to fight it. It should be organic. But it shows you that, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his inner caucus, they are very, very, how do I put it? Uh, they are very, very anxious. They want to remain in power at all costs, whether the people survive or not. So that is it. It's all about how do we remain relevant in the system? How do we stay in the system? How do we hang on there? How do we hold on to it? The life and livelihood, the security of the people don't matter to them. So, it's
But some,
it's,
many would say that it's not her business. I mean, why hold her accountable for the malnourishment and all this hardship and all these things which people react to? Not be she be the president. Not be she will
she's
vote
the
for.
one.
Not be
She's
the
the
wife.
no. Precious,
Eh?
don't confuse your viewers. First of all, she's the wife of the president. Secondly, she runs an office, not office of the wife of the president, office of the first lady. She is collecting taxpayers' money to run her office. And so whatever is dished out to the husband will also be dished out to her and to her children. That is what leadership entails.
Right.
If tomorrow anything happens and they don't see Bola Tinubu, after all, when Yaradua passed on, who were people asking of Yaradua from? Was it not the wife?
Hmm.
So let us understand that yes, she has no moral right to start this whole thing she has started. That was how the other day you saw the video of the son saying that they're always coming after my father. They're always talking about my father.
Ah.
As if his father and a demigod.
Eh.
But he forgets that his father tore Jonathan to shreds. His father held this country to ransom for about 2 weeks when he was protesting subsidy removal. But his father has removed subsidy and nobody's talking because why? Let me tell you one reason I think they removed subsidy is to cover up all the deals that have gone in subsidy. Who have been persecuted for subsidy? Mention one person. It's just a cover up. Like now they're talking about selling NNPC. When they sell NNPC, who will you hold responsible? The 1 something trillion or whatever that has gone into it. Who will do account of it? So you sell it to close all the avenues that people will use to find out that money has been, siphoned. That's just it. So please, Madam Tinubu, I beg no verse.
Yeah.
Behave like Aisha Buhari and stay in the other room.
Hey. All right, so let's go straight to other conversations. I shall say you go don't see the video of Shettima and waiting in talk yesterday during the book launch of former Attorney General Mohammed Bello Adoke. There he talked a lot of things. Now, the thing can raise a lot of controversy. Say first of all, you said something. And people now looked at it like, because he gave instances how he was the most hated person during President Jonathan's administration and all that, and now said that the president wanted to remove him at all costs, but people advised him making him remove him. Aduke was one of them, Tambawa was one of them. So he gave those instances. And then people call they say, and they say they tell and say, Mr. President, you do not have any right to remove a governor, not even a councillor. So people now looked at it like, oh, whoa. So this is a shade at your boss that he removed a sitting governor, suspended a sitting governor, which is against the law. Right. So now, because of the reaction and backlash, really think they say, hey, be like say there is fire in Nassau Rock, sorry, not on the mountain. So the president, vice president can't respond, say people take the statement out of context. Say in no ever talk something like that. That statement was posted on NTA and Bayo Ononoga, who is the president's spokesperson and not the vice president's spokesperson, also posted it. Even though some people don't that they comment, they say, oh, sorry, it is too late. We already get the message and all that. So I go like make we understand, make we listen to that message. So that it will help me check whether truly it was taken out of context. Ngwa, take a listen, sir.
In the last 4 years of the Jonathan administration, I was the most demonized person. I was the public enemy number one. And there are two gentlemen seated here. Certain decisions are taken in a very rare peace cycle. The president, the vice president, the Senate president, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives. At one of such conclaves, former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan GCFR, with whom we have shared the sword and have now recalibrated our relationship, was mooting the idea of removing this Borno governor, and Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, the then Speaker of the House of Representatives, had the courage to tell the president that, Your Excellency, you don't have the power to remove an elected councillor.
Not even a governor.
The president was still not convinced. He mooted the idea at the Federal Executive Council. I admire Mr. Mohammed Bello Adoke fundamentally for his courage and for his convictions and for his capacity to stand for what he believes in. He told the then president that, Mr. President, you do not have the power to remove a sitting governor, not even a councillor. They sought for the opinion of another SAN in the cabinet, Kabiru Turaki, who said, I am concurring with the opinion of my senior colleague. That was how the matter was laid to rest, but that was how my relationship with Mr. Bello Adoke and Aminu Waziri Tambuwal became eternally sealed.
All right, I would like know what you understand from this, Prince Francis Chilaka, and then because he did not just say this, so in that write-up or in that rebuttal where he say he make a response, it talks say in no mean and that way, say people take in statement out of context. In fact, quoting it, it says that Mohammed Bello that he did not criticize the suspension of Governor Singh for Barra of River State at all by Bola Tinubu at all. Shettima's remarks at the event appeared to suggest that he opposed the suspension of Rivers governor. However, the presidency dismissed this insinuation today, Friday, in a statement released by the office of the president, or the office of the vice president, and Nanano Kaposa Siam. It said Shettima's remarks were misrepresented outside the context in which it was made. I would like you to help me dig out the next context to this conversation. Now, a statement by the senior special advisor to the president, make I just talk and so they talk, say it was misconstrued. I would like us to state that. Now, on the fact, saying also say they hate him a lot, I know say a lot of people who don't know why it be say that's clam of India at that time we look like say President Bola and President Jonathan being hate him. I don't know whether they connected to the Chibok incident and the Kabiru Sokoto incident or anything, but I did a detailed video on that on my page, by the way. So go and watch my last video, and there are evidences and details to that, so you can go and watch it. Let me get your response, sir.
Hey, pressure.
Ah,
Please don't blow. Fire don't open.
yeah.
The thing that was done in the middle of the night has been brought to daylight. There is no other explanation for, I mean, there are no conjectures. This is simple, straightforward analogy of what has played out.
So you feel that
Whether,
for him to talk about
whether,
this, he still they oppose. He's likely opposed to the suspension of
whether,
Obama.
whether it has to do with Fubara or whether it has to do with Shettima, the
Mm-hmm.
point is something wrong has been done, and that those who should have advised Mr. President properly were lacking in their duties.
Hmm.
They were
Eh,
all hiding. It's either they were hiding or because they have compromised their stance.
but the attorney general talk am say the president get right to comot anybody,
You
suspend
know,
anybody.
say
He said
every
that.
attorney general get in a different school they go.
But this other one, another attorney general will advise Jonathan otherwise. So what is going on?
Calm down now. Calm
Okay,
down.
sir. Okay, sir.
You remember your current attorney general very well.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the role he played before he became attorney general. You remember what he
For
said,
inside the for
the
inside
Supreme
the
Court issue.
Supreme Court case. Eh.
You remember he said that if they dig into the issue of your president, asking them to release information on your president, that it will damage his person.
Are
So
you sure it's him or another lawyer? Okay. Sir.
what kind of advice do you expect such a person will give? See, let us be very honest with ourselves. Everybody in Nigeria knows that the decision taken by Mr. President to remove a democratically elected governor was fueled out of the fact that he wanted to capture, he wants to capture Rivers State.
But how
And
practical is that, Seth?
two, he also wanted to send a strong message to other governors of the South. You see, this thing he has done, Mr. President has done, he cannot do it in the North.
So you mean saying no fit come out any northern governor?
You know, of Victoria. Check what has been playing out in the North since this administration came to power. Put it side by side what is playing out in Rivers State. Rivers State had no issue, had no security issue. What Rivers State had was a quarrel between two political gladiators. And it was a simple thing that Mr. President would have done was to call the Minister of the FCT, Wiki, and tell him, allow this man to do his job. He's not a governor. But he did not. Because Wiki kept singing into the ears of Mr. President that 2027 is about the corner, 2027 is around the corner, 2027 is around the corner. We need Rivers State. Have you not asked yourself that since after the meeting between Fubara, Wike, and Mr. President, nobody's talking again?
Why?
Oh, even the boss is not talking. The military administrator that was doing like somebody that, came to, carry Rivers State on his shoulder. Is he in the news again? It's the fact that they say he was buying solar light or whatever at terrible prices, and what do you call it now? CCTV. Have you heard anything about it again?
But it's in their budget now. They say they won't buy CCTV with 28 billion naira thereabouts.
So the point I'm trying to make to you is this. Shettima has spoken the gospel truth. He has simply told you that sovereignty belongs to the people.
But why is he, now changing mouths? Is it that he's afraid to stand by his word, or now waiting people they ask say if they convinced say this thing they bad, and you talk as it happened to you, they convinced say they bad. Why they fear you to also talk and say as it happened to another person they bad? Why you
Okay,
fair to talk? Why you no fit talk? And stand by and say dey bad.
let me ask you a question. When Atiku, the Nance president, was picked up and locked up for what they claim defaming the name of the son of the president and all of that, is it not the same Nigeria where we were that we saw an apology purportedly written by him? But
But never
meanwhile,
even know wetin dey sup with himself. We never even know wetin.
no, he has been released. Yes, but meanwhile, as at the time that apology came out,
silent after releasing.
I'm coming. I said, as at the time that apology came out, nobody knew his whereabouts. The only thing we know that they said that he was picked by the DSS. There's, you see, in life generally, there's what they call diplomacy. So right now, what they're doing with the office of the vice president is damage control. It be like as you dey waka for road, somebody come carry water when pepper dey inside, pour you for body. You come dey para. And the person wey pour you the pepper come look you, come know, sir, this person be like say poverty dey do am. And the person come open him boot, come carry 10 million give you. That person they pour that water, you go talk again. So then say, no, those abuses, I didn't mean them. It wasn't the way you saw it. That is damage control. But I can assure you that the message has been passed.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not.
All right, because of time, say with the waka fast. Now where you don't talk, because people too need to jump in on the conversation. My phone line is on the ring already. But what can I help me hold on, Spawn? I go put mouth for the talk. Make I just, address some issues very quickly. Now there's also something else he noted in that conversation. Yeah, I don't know whether will pay attention to that. In line with that conversation, I be asking the talk that thing. In state something. In talk say, then get PDP here, then get APC here, then get ADC here. So all of us now one. Apart from that, when he introduce Konkoso, he talk say Konkoso, then get Konkoso here of the NNPP. Then he can say no NNP APC. So remember the gist where they go around about Konkoso being the likely presidential person will go take over from him. So could it be that maybe Indo already knows, say I've been already receiving faith, say, okay, now Konkoso now go take over power from me. So make a leave him. Remember, say there's something way back that Baba Ahmed still talk. When talk, say if anybody know what Shettima do, say the person no go even want me the person make Shettima near him or near anywhere where they near Sorok. I don't know what's in that thing, people. Make I go play that part where it be say Shettima introduce Konkoso. Make we listen well. Whether my ear they pay me, make we go here and well.
We have PDP. We have new PDP. We have the coalition ably represented by my elder brother, Madam Nasiru Ahmed El-Rufai. We have the NNPP, APC, ably represented by. But this is a reflection, this is a kaleidoscope of colors. What binds us together supersedes whatever that divides us. Former IGP MD Abubakar is a PDP man. So also is Senator. Okay, let me say sympathetic to PDP.
All right, so let me just cut it here.
We are all one. I have the best of
relations. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry, we can't hear you yet, but let me take Prince Francis Chilaka.
Sorry.
Prince Francis Chilaka, it's okay. So Prince Francis
Can you hear
Chilaka,
me
from
now?
what? Yes, I can hear you now. From what you just heard from from Shettima, what do you think when they go on when he say we have Konkoso, NNPP and NNPP APC?
APC.
So what is playing out?
It's more of horse trading right now. We all know that between ADC and APC, everybody wants to woo Kwankwaso to their side. But I think, I doubt if Kwakwanso would go with APC. I mean, yes, APC, I doubt that, seriously.
Why?
Because
Because I hear say a lot of militant sentiments now they with ADC. But why do you think you doubt he may go with APC?
I doubt, because already there are so many things he has said himself about APC. And I know that right now he's struggling on how best to recount what he has said. And I also believe that Kwakwanso would not want to go down same lane with your former governor Wike.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
They get problem.
No. I mean,
but Wike is
let
not
me
in
talk like
APC now.
let me talk like Wike now. I mean, you know, I mean that
No worry, your voice not dey like that. You go try take
Kwakwanso,
small. You go try take small go before the voice go come out.
You,
You don't show. You don't show like you still get soprano voice. Don't worry, you don't
you,
show.
you
Eh,
can't
I
even
mean
get it,
that.
man.
what are you talking about? What
No,
are you talking about?
leave this voice, so leave this voice. You know, but the truth is this. The truth is this, that every right-thinking person in Nigeria today, they see Wike as a laughing stock.
Why? Oh, he's
It's
the
obvious.
now he be the best performing minister.
See, if you thought of performing, did you listen to King Ibe's interview, Ireti?
I did very well. Very,
Good.
very well.
So if you listen to that interview, you know that Wike is not performing.
But people think he's performing because that's the same way. That is
Listen,
the same way he
the
performed in
problem with
River State.
leadership in this country is that the leaders have the same weird mentality like parents of old. The parents of old don't ask their kids what they want. They give the kids what they think the kids want. And that is the problem with our leaders. Your leaders are not asking you, Precious, what do you want? What they are doing is that they wake up from sleep, they'll say, let us construct 2-kilometer road. They're not asking you, that road they're constructing, is it what you need immediately? Is it going to add value to your lives? Maybe what you need is tractor to go and do farming. But because they have not asked you, they just assume that it is what you want. And that is what Wike is doing.
But as I tell you now, you're not saying do road well for River State. Port Harcourt is full of flyover.
Bridge
Flyover from
everywhere.
one place. Yes, so and if you look at them now,
Flyover.
from one pole to the other, how many posts? If it's they this flyover side the other flyover side the other, they're actually walkable distances where you could create the flyover because he made it to make life easy for Rivers people, so that
And
they
you
can
call it
fly around.
and you call it development.
Is not, Mr. Kenobi, let me have you jumping on this conversation. So the APC don't they make mouth. They say they get everything. In fact, the ADC don't reply Shettima talk. Say ain't no need to actually come out that statement when you talk. Say actually, say truly, say no president get the right to come out any sitting governor, any elected official. So that he didn't actually need to say, oh, I didn't mean it. I was not supporting, I'm not trying to be against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for removing Fubara. I am not saying that. People are taking it out of context. But the ADC says he doesn't have any, he doesn't need any explanation, that he actually is correct. Say the president not get any power. And the ADC too don't vow, say because of all these things when they happen, say they must come up President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for government. Make I get your take.
Okay, so sometimes you look at political theatrics going on. If we have to look at what the Constitution says, it actually, the Constitution appeared to be a bit ambiguous there. It wasn't too clear.
About
It
removing a
wasn't too
governor.
clear. The Constitution, from what I remember, says, I mean, if there is any form of uncertainty in a state, anything that has to do with national security threat and chaos in the state and all of that, they said, the Constitution said that the president has some kind of powers Whether it's limitless powers, I don't know. Maybe lawyers should come and explain, because when this thing happened, some lawyers were defending the president, some lawyers were talking against it.
Okay.
Now, if you look at who did what, from what Shettima said, someone like President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, when he was in power, Ebele Jonathan was a very kind man who listens to people, who wants to listen to advisors and look at what they say in a particular issue. And then we'll also listen to legal minds to look at, interpret what the law has said. Whatever they told him, he was able to abide by that. But then, going back before Ebele Jonathan, in Obasanjo's time, he removed 2 governors. Why are people not talking about him? He removed Fayose of Ekiti State. He removed Jonathan also of Plateau State. Nobody is talking about him. He was.
Did he suspend the State House of Assemblies?
Well, forget about that.
No. You cannot forget it. You cannot forget it.
No, hold on. No, the reason I say, look, Shettima's own case is that Mohammed Adoke said he didn't even have the powers to remove a councillor. You see, that's the contradiction there. All right.
But a lot of lawyers, just like you said, a lot of lawyers have also spoken that by the Constitution, no president does have the power to do that. No president.
So who is saying
because
the truth?
Because he too was elected,
if the
like
law
others.
cannot be interpreted, if the law cannot be interpreted clearly, I mean, it's English now. And that's the problem.
Excuse me, Uncle in the past election, what we do, and FCT is English language now.
Abuja.
It is not Ndoke language. It is English language.
I know.
Did you see the way and was very difficult to
absolutely because of vested
interest. That's what I'm saying. So no matter how clear a word is or a sentence or whatever is.
So which one are we going to take then? It has caused the problem. You can see the level of problem that we have.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Now that there is a problem, which one are we going to take? Because the law has to be clear. No matter how people argue for and against, at least we should arrive at something. And that's where the problem is. When there is such ambiguity like this, and then somebody does what he feels is right, who are we to now say, oh, what you did is wrong? No. Since the law is this ambiguous.
No, I can sorry to say this. I think where the whole thing really got messy was when even the National Assembly changed the rules of the game. The rule says 2/3 of the members.
That I know.
But now, because of interest, they now decided to say they want to use voice vote. Now,
you see, all that procedural, these were procedural mistakes. We know all of this. And maybe because we've been able to advance, this democracy has gone to a level where we know what we know now. We're no longer naive, right? Judging from when we started this democracy in 1999. Now, everybody, even a market woman, can interpret what he or she knows. And the person might not be wrong. So the thing is, what the political class are doing now, they just have to look at a way to understand that the people are no longer fools. Okay? Right. The things they are doing are in black and white. So we know more. It's just like what Shettima said. Shettima said what he said. All the innuendos he dished out, we already know where he's going to and who he was referring to. And all of, even though he didn't mention names. So anybody who comes to claim that, look, what he said, he didn't mean it this way.
It's not nobody who came to claim it. It is the person who said it who came to claim it.
No. It was not the one that signed it.
It is his script now.
Precious. It's just like the revelation Shehu Garuba has given to you now. That the issue of rats eating up things in the office of the president was something he brought up to protect his principal. So the person who has written it You didn't see Shettima sign that document.
He wrote it on behalf of Shettima Nam, but the
No. No. They wrote it on their own behalf.
Shettima has not said
They are
uncle, it's not
forcing
me
it on
that said it,
Shettima.
so they're forcing it on him.
Yes.
But not to believe that matter for them. They go settle their family problem later. Now, Mr. Kenobi,
Exactly.
Mr. Kenobi, the ADC,
Right.
We hear say, in fact, Garubashi, I'm sure, sorry, Adamu Garubashi say, you know, he don't talk, say Northerners, they join ADC in droves and say it is really very alarming. You understand? And then the ADC themselves, in fact, Aregbe, you know Aregbe, Aregbe don't talk, say ADC go dislodge APC. Say nothing go make when they no go take over from APC. Not be only him talk am again. No. Another person talk and make they give you one by one. Another person again, about 2, 3, 4 people talk and say they go comot APC. ADC go comot APC democratically. Part to Tomio, so many other people don't they throw their weight behind the ADC. Now looking at the drama where they play out inside ADC, you think say they get what it take to come up President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Remember, say right now, they never start to church, never even starts. They don't they share rice. And the party never starts. They don't they drag chair. So right now we hear say there is or a bit of an issue where Ibi say since Ibi say now what did they call him Atiku Abubakar, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar now be the person wey convene the coalition, right? And Ibi like say they carry money buy off the ADC wey Ibi say they join inside right now. So in the talk say na him go be the presidential candidate. And a lot of people they talk say make them make sure say they go by the majority because the majority they look like say na Peter Obi. And Chibika Amechi on the other hand say himself they interested. Now, how it be say this coalition go fit really coalition, come comot President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Do you think they have what it takes to do that? Even with the surge.
Okay, so we again, good. So it would have been very easy if these political actors understand from the beginning that they have a very huge task ahead of them.
Why?
And that huge task is because Bola Tinubu, President Bola Tinubu is not the type of politician that you want to deal with closing your eyes. You need to really open your eyes. You need to strategize. You need to align. You need to do all sorts of things that you haven't done before. He's a very strong personality. And anybody who wants to, and he's a maverick, right? He knows the game. He understands. In fact, when normal people are sleeping, he is strategizing. The guy knows the game. When it comes to politics, I don't talk about any other thing.
Okay, not governance,
the economy or whatever it is. Nobody wants to talk about that. When it comes to politics, he is a master. And if that is the case, we knew what he did, the way he played it, even when Buhari didn't quite allow him or support him to, become president or presidential candidate of the APC and all of it. We knew what and how he emerged, and then he was able to emerge victorious. We can see him today. He's the president. Atiku has been who he is. Everybody knows he's been contesting, and then he's been, for one way or another, he's been losing. The people that made up this ADC coalition, all of them, some sort of big personalities that they are too. But if you look at the interests that are playing out, Atiku being interested, Rotimi Amechi being interested, and Obi being interested, and any other person that might come up tomorrow. I don't know the strategy, the method that they are going to use to choose a candidate. I don't know yet.
They said it to be free and fair primaries. They will throw the primaries open.
If it's free and fair primaries, then someone like Obi is going to lose.
Why would he lose in a free and fair primaries?
Yeah, he's going to lose because if money, is allowed into the game where they have delegates and they need to pay some people to be able to vote. Obi is not known to be frivolous when it comes to
Such.
that kind of
So would you rather
exercise.
that
All
that
right.
is if they adopt indirect primaries? How about if they adopt direct primaries where every registered member
If they
of the
adopt
party
direct
will
primaries,
come
they
and
are
vote?
still going to use money. Okay,
Mm.
they are still going to use money, exactly, because the delegates that will
No, not
vote
delegates. Direct
would
primaries
need
is
money.
every registered member of the party. So you and I can register to be member of the party and
Every
vote.
registered member of the
Yes.
party. Good. So when it comes to that too, Obi is, it will be neither here nor there, because Atiku, these are guys who knows how to horse trade and do all manner of things.
Mm.
You understand? It's not going to be free and fair. That's my problem.
Mm.
And you know, Obi is a very kind of straightforward kind of person, yeah? And because, okay, so we look at the whole setup. In the coalition, if they look at who has more voting capital, all right, Obi is number one. Atiku also has his own claims to say, look, he has a large chunk of people who are also interested in him or believe in him. So it's going to be this way, that way.
Yeah.
Now, Obi played deputy or vice to Atiku in 2019. That role he will no longer play going forward because he knows his capacity. The obedience are growing in leaps and bounds, all right? And they will never, knowing what Obi know, Obi, if you place Obi amongst all of this, you forget the fact that, yes, everybody have equal rights. Obi will emerge the best amongst all of them because of the things, you know, Obi is a handsome kind of, you know, person. He's everywhere almost at the same time. That guy is so dogged, you have no
But Oga
idea.
no vex o. Na God
So
and Jesus
if,
the day here and there at the same time. You mean say Obi dey like that?
no, I say
Okay,
almost.
okay.
When I mean almost, I didn't
All right.
say he's here and
Okay.
there. He's not ubiquitous, but he's almost here and there because you will see Obi in one
The
occasion
next
before
thing
you
you know
know it, he's
disappear.
already attending another one.
Absolutely, you're correct.
You understand? So the guy is hands-on. So in this coalition, because Atiku is no longer going to play deputy or vice because he's done that before, according to what I hear from people. So it's either presidency or nothing, sorry. Then Obi will not be vice to anybody. And then Rotimi also coming with his own strong-headed, you know, decision to say he wants to be two. So I don't know how they are going to arrive at who is going to
So
represent them. I
okay.
thought coming together like this, they would have agreed from the
I was
get-go, from the
wondering why
outset
they
to
did
say,
not even
look,
agree before they even formed the coalition. That look, as we they go like
exactly.
this,
So I don't know.
now in Northern now we need to use defeat Tinubu, or as they go like this, power must retain for the South for us to defeat Tinubu. I don't know why they didn't have that
No, but
agreement.
that
I don't know because it doesn't look like
I
they
don't
did.
know, man. So that's where the problem is. And if they don't sort out that, they are given, of course, everybody knows they are giving Tinubu, you know, free ticket to win the second term. So until they sort out, let's not even know where they're going to or how they want to resolve these whole problems, then we will now know how to look at their next strategy. But at the moment, I don't
So
think
you think
we
if
understand.
Obi does not, if you think that Obi may not get the ticket if there is no consensus.
If
If
he
there is no
doesn't get the ticket, which
consensus,
it
oh,
looks highly
okay.
likely, he might just pull
And
out.
if he pulls out, you think that there is no way that it's just a free win for President Bola
It's
Ahmed
over.
Tinubu. All right,
It's over.
let me take care.
It's over. He's the personality that is driving the rest of the
Let me
people.
take
I'm
Prince
telling
Francis
you.
Chilaka.
Hmm.
I like to take your message. Akala TV, no, na Akada. We cannot delete your messages. We don't do like that here. If your message is deleted, it may be from YouTube precisely. Maybe because it has an offensive word and they deleted it. So it's not from this end at all. And this is the first time I'm seeing coming across your name, by the way. So it wouldn't have been me. Thank you so much. Prince Francis Chilaka. Oh yeah, what do you think for waiting Mr. Kenobi talk?
No, I think today between you and Ekene, the two of you, you're putting the cart before the horse.
Eh.
Yes.
Help us reverse them.
The truth of the matter is that amongst the gladiators, first of all, everybody that came for this coalition, they are equal partners. There is no superior partner. I can say from what I know so far, because I've been monitoring it, I'm very, very deep into it. Now, Two, nobody is even talking about who the candidate will be. Nobody. Because first and foremost, they have not even built the party. They are trying to build the party first, which is the right thing to do. So all this talk of Atiku wants to contest, Amechi wants to contest, these are just what people want us to hear.
Amechi said it himself now. It wasn't somebody else.
What I'm saying is that when it comes to the coalition itself, in terms of ADC now, that's the name, Abi.
Coalition.
When it comes to that, that coalition that has now taken up a name have not sat down to say, this is how we're going to appoint who the leader will be. No. They are just building the party. They need to build it.
So back to the question.
I keep saying this thing. Already, Atiku understands that, yes, there is an unconstitutional agreement.
But he also understood that when he contested in 2023,
so,
that was the problem.
See, what happened in 2023 election, that Atiku had to contest. You and I know what played out.
I don't know, sir. Help me remember.
It's history. Don't forget that the zoning of the parties was, every party was zoning their candidate to the south. And if I recall very well, the agreement was to zone it to southeast. But when they couldn't arrive at that consensus, they will now set up a committee. And the committee itself couldn't arrive at that. The committee was not the committee that threw it open. And Atiku came in because it was a situation where he now found out that the thing they don't carry give you and say, make una chop. Una they fight themselves. Now me go collect and me go collect. Another person will enter, collect and will go. After you put with 2023. But this 2027, everybody knows in Nigeria that it is an unwritten constitution that the North will do 8 years and the South will do 8 years.
And if Atiku insists on contesting, what will happen?
No, if Atiku insists on contesting.
Okay, so
if Atiku insists, then Atiku insists on contesting, then Atiku is not a patriotic Nigerian.
Yes,
he has no respect for gentleman agreement.
I wanted to say something, right? Sorry, you continue, right? You started by saying that, I put the cart before the horse.
I tell him in reverse now.
You started
by saying, I'm not sure that
let me say this.
I didn't see him.
No, let me say this. Right? Let me say this. You say this ADC. ADC is not a new party. Remember what Kachiku said. Ibe Kachiku said, look, these guys came to... Dumebi, right? Sorry, Dumebi. He said that they came to almost like usurp the party, the powers of the party, and then these are newcomers. They don't know anything about that. Almost like, even if you use ADC to win, let me use that word, that guy will go to court and let everybody know that, look, all the people that came into the party came in illegitimately. But that's on the side. The reason why we had to put the cart before the horse, if that's what you're thinking. You see this thing you're talking about, oh, they are going to build party and all of that. There is no time. As we speak, Bola Tinubu, APC have started campaigning already. Anybody who is going to be the candidate of that party, if we don't know it now, all right, many people, because it's uncertain. How will you stay and be building party that you don't know if you're gonna be the presidential candidate? Why would you stay there and build a party? Do you understand? Those are the political language they are using. David Mark said, look, we have to stay and then build the party a little bit, have a method on how we're going to run these things and all of that before we can tell the people. There's no time. That's what I'm trying to let you know, that thing you call putting the cart before the horse, we need to know, the people need to know who is going to represent the party at the presidential level. If that is not known now, between now and the next few months, everything will scatter. You will see it. Nobody's interested in building any party because that's why they call it coalition. Coalition is that they came to coalesce, to agree. They don't agree, everybody will go back to their different parties. This is not a merger. So we need
So
to
it is
move
different
forward.
from a merger.
Yes, it's not a merger. And that is why you see that all the people that are coming together, none of them have left their party.
That's what it is now. That's why they're coalescing
No,
now.
but in truth and in fairness, I have decided not to talk about Jumebi's matter with ADC because if we look into it,
Because
we know how Jumebi became the presidential candidate of ADC. We know the magomago that went on that made him to throw away.
These are the things he's also going to use to go to court and get judgment.
So,
These are the things, you know, in
the truth
politics,
of the matter is
don't
that
leave anything.
let me also tell you something you don't reckon is that the constitution of ADC has been changed. And the new constitution
To what?
of ADC is with INEC.
Says what?
The amendments to the new constitution has been sent to INEC 18 months ago, which a lot of us are not aware of. And that is why they tell you that they are ready with.
What do you mean by a lot of them are not aware of? Who and who are not aware of it?
Who's ADC?
I didn't get that.
Who is the owner of ADC?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's Raf now.
So let me quickly. This caller has been calling. Let's quickly just see what he's got to say. Hello, good evening, and welcome. Hello, people. Please, everybody listening, not gonna subscribe now, and not gonna like and subscribe now. Not be we know they pay money now. Not be Go TV and DSTV. Please, kindly like, subscribe, and of course follow us like a village people. Go ahead. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening. I said no, let me now go feel they disturb you like this.
No vex. T.Y. Danjuma, are you be this?
Now me now.
All right, you're welcome.
Why gonna disturb you?
No, everybody get license to disturb me. So go ahead, sir.
Okay, no vex. Make I greet Prince Chilaka and my brother there. We did there.
Did they hear you, Mr. Kene?
Yes, sir. They hear you.
Mr. Kene. Precious, thank you. You can live long.
Amio, Iseo.
Lord go open for you very soon.
Hell, preach, brother.
Our money go begin flow, but you have to warn your brother make he behave himself.
Which of my brothers now? He don't come. He go talk good finish. He go talk good finish. Now he go carry smart and spoil him.
You know the one where they cause trouble.
Oh yeah, put smart for this talk. Leave our family problem alone for us. Put smart for talk. Oh yeah, put smart for talk.
First of all, you know, concerning Kachuku, Kachuku came into ADC in 2023. And if you go by ADC constitution, they're supposed to have stayed 2 years in the party before you can take up a political office. But they granted him a waiver. So if he goes to court, he will not have the basis to stand, because he enjoyed that privilege. So that's one. Two, it's very clear when you look at some of the pronouncements of Kachuku. You go see, he congratulated Ashwaju when the way he speaks is more tilted to Ashwaju. In fact, what we understand is that when he contested this election with Muagalu, he was supported by some guys, I don't want to mention, some guys in APC and with a lot of funds.
That one at them say now.
Them say, yes. So that was how he was able to outwit
Mogalo.
Yes, Muagalu. And based on what Muagalu saw, he said, he don't come out, he not taken. So, but like Prince like I said, you see, it's too early in the day to really make, a prognostication, so if he says that we are putting the cat before the horse, I think he's right, because there's so many things that are not yet clear to us. But
and you want to wait forever for those things to be clear? I mean, this is trying to speak from the perspective of Mr. Kenobi.
It may be a strategy by ADC to keep APC guessing, Because what they want to know, first of all, is who is going to be the candidate, so they go begin to work. Now they don't know what's going to happen. And I don't even think that APC will be stupid to bring someone from another party who is not a member of the party and just grant him on a platter of gold the post of vice president.
Who told you that?
I feel that. I see that, because that will rupture the party. You can't bring out someone who is not a member of the party. And, midnight, you bring up, can't give him a position of VP. There are people that I know within the APC who are going to fight that to stand still. So, the situation is just not clear. The atmosphere is still cloudy. Political atmosphere is still cloudy. We don't know what's going to happen. And that's why these guys are very jittery, because they don't know what will happen. As for the VP, yes, if you say he spoke, but everybody don't know. You don't say in mind. Anything where you like now, anyway where you interpret it now,
Okay. All
because the language is very clear, and just like you pointed out, we don't see 12 to 10. People where during our last time where the Supreme Court talked 12 to 10, and you mentioned okay, and the Supreme Court a new interpretation to
and
that grammatical this and everybody even where the primary school know what can and be.
So going back to the question where I asked, do you think that the ADC, whether or not Peter Obi gets the ticket, gets everything where it takes to come up President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for government?
Like I tell you, looking at my crystal ball, I tell you.
I didn't know you were a soothsayer. Go ahead. You check the crystal ball well.
I am looking at that crystal ball, and what you say, ADC they in serious trouble with Obi. Because head of ADC, yes, it does not take time. The bride here now, if they take Atiku,
if they not agree pay bride price and call, you will go back to mama house now.
If they not learn their lesson, they still do the same thing. And I know that there are people. I've done the risk pronouncement of some people for that coalition where they say we can't make the mistake we made before. Even people from the north, they say this time we are wiser. If the intention is to win, if the intention is to win, not just grandstanding, if the intention is to win, the pathway is very clear. And it's very clear because even when Obi went to campaign for Kachuku for Anambra, the governorship
Mogalo,
he made it clear. Say in the Gribam, he go wrong and he go do everything. So the man know what they talk. If they make that mistake and go take money, just business as usual. What I see from my crystal ball is Obi is going to leave.
And if Obi leaves, what would then not be? That means that is free tickets for Tinubu again. That's what people are saying. That if Obi leaves,
the ground not the level yet now.
But they don't talk and say once they make a 3-horse race again, say Tinubu go win. Now what's it make them form coalition in the first place?
It not gonna be 3 horse, if it be 4 or 5 self.
Hey! And that is all the more the more the merrier for him now. He go constantly win.
No, the person will go lose. You see, some people go grab the north. Those from the north go grab the north. Those from the west go grab the west, and it's not going to be one person. Then for south, I mean, like we said, Shiwaju got 62% from the north. He's not going to get it this time. He's not going to get it. So maybe that's why the lobby Kwankwaso, if they go get Accord Concordia, it's not for free. I don't think it's for Kwankwaso to leave his party to go and be vice president. Nobody for APC could allow him. Remember when Obasanjo tell Atiku, say, okay, go and take Soludo. Atiku say, no, Soludo is not a member of the party. He said, okay, take Kojewala. I said, no, he's not a member of the party. Okay, take Obi. Yeah, okay, Obi is a member of the party. It can't happen. All this speculation when they talk, you can't bring someone from somewhere who is not a card-carrying member.
All right, thank you.
This court case too go come up. It won't do it. So if you do then there's going to be real trouble. So what I'm saying is that the situation is not clear because everybody go chip votes away from every person. And if Shiwaju lose not, we make them substantially, we make them win. Yoruba land is not sure, say you go get everything.
All right.
East, forget about stories that people, hungry people, where they talk. Igbo people know what they go. They know where they dey. So yeah, so that's why you see them doing G3. They
All right.
run
Thank
up
you.
and down.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ty. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So going back to the conversation, make we just visit some more thing we get to do with the coalition very sharply. Because as it stands now, we don't know, the stand, anybody stand and how it would take be. So what's your final take on it, Mr. Kenobi and Francis Chilaka? Before I move, because I want enter rats for inside Asoro. No go enter rats matter because time no dey for us to dwell on this. We also need to open the phone lines for people to jump in on it. So, Mr. Chilaka, you're saying, Prince Francis Chilaka, you're saying that your crystal ball is still telling you that we have.
My final take is that there is how do I put it? Right now, we're on a chessboard, and I'll tell you, I'm happy with what the coalition is doing. Yes, I personally understand what they're doing.
You see the way people they flood, they enter the party for the north. You know, say Aerofy be not tell us say they
Not
get
only in the north, as of
party where they
today, let me
register.
inform you, as of today, PDP in Imo State collapsed into ADC. As of today, Emeka Hedonha collapsed PDP into ADC. Emeka Hedonha and Emeka Wajuba as of today. So it's not only in the north. That's why I said to you that what you have in ADC, in the coalition, you have Atiku, you have El Rufai, you have Amechi, you have Peter Obi, you have the former Senate President, David Mark, you have Aregbe Shola, Aregbe.
Arebe don't talk. He said they must win the election.
No, these are people who already have their own structures. They are not looking for any structure. They have their structures. They have their foot soldiers. So the thing is that everybody go back and hold and harness your own front and bring everyone will bring their front to the central. So you're going to have a situation where, see, let me tell you the truth. ADC, I love the game they're playing. And with time, Precious, you will understand that game. You will understand it. And I mean, you should think about it. How come APC is now suggesting to an opposition party who they should front as a candidate? Is that not enough food for thought? Why are they doing that? Already, they want to use that to be able to find out the mind of the party. Who do they want? But the ADC is not telling them who they want to put forward. At the right time, at the right time, you go see what will happen.
All right, okay. Mr. Kenobi, at the right time too, we could just leave it like that.
Okay, so
I don't agree.
With what I understand about Nigerian politics, right? Things are not yet uhuru. They are not yet clear. ADC. These are gathering of strange bedfellows. You see, because we talk about forming a coalition. This is a coalition.
Was APC not gathering of strange bedfellows? Remember, it's the same thing.
That's why you see. That's why at the moment, you will see that APC is also having problems. The problems they have is that the Buhari side of the party the
CPC
CPC.
block, yeah.
Okay, they are literally, breaking away from whatever understanding they had in forming APC. Many other parties that came into that formation had all left before
Okay,
now.
I'm still waiting
So
for
you
your
can
final take so
see
that we can move
Boss
to how
Mustafa.
rats was eating them up in Asoro.
So yeah, you see Boss Mustafa and Garba Shehu talking about defending the CPC and AMPP, those who are talking from that angle too. So you realize that APC now, the major party that is forming the fulcrum of what makes APC thick now is the ACN block. Okay, they are the ones literally defending Bola Tinubu and the party. That aside, now that we have again strange bedfellows forming the ADC thing, it looks good. All right, it really looks good, but without a very common ideology on how, and that ideology is not about party ideology, it's about how to unseat the sitting president.
They said
If they
they
don't
have to form
strategize
an
well,
ideology. They change constitution, change everything.
they have to.
So they
Let's see.
did.
That's why I said let's see how all of
Okay.
that pans out with time. Let's see how, because these are stubborn politicians who usually will look at their own. In fact, they will die and defend their own interest against any other. So they are not the kind of politicians that can cave in to say, okay, you know what? We are all in this together. Let me collapse my ambition under yours
All right.
so that we can be able to arrive at a party. Do you understand?
Yeah.
These guys are not known to be those kind of people. So we are yet to see
All
what
right.
would emerge, what will come out of this whole
All right.
coalition. Let's see how it goes. I can't really say, oh, because, and by the way, watch this. It might just happen. It might jolly well just happen. You see, the presidency will not sit back and watch, because most of the politicians that are in this ADC, if you open up their cupboard, you would see one thing or another. I mean, the presidency might just keep them busy. You might just hear
EFCC cases all up and
DSS
down.
or EFCC coming to disturb and keep everybody busy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's watch and see. This is Nigerian style politics, and we can't rule that out.
Okay. All right.
So that they are having fun now, everybody is collapsing, they are coming and all of that. It takes one or two things to open up, and then before you know it, everybody will become scared.
All right.
Because you really can't say. But let's watch things and see how it
All right.
goes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
For now, it looks a bit okay to be excited about what they're doing, but till they arrive at something that will make us to believe in what they're doing, we're still watching.
All right. Okay. So Prince Francis Chilaka, I don't know if you could even talk about the Dangote, the refinery, and the reveal by Dangote that the refinery and NNPC refinery will never work because it don't get moribund. Then why it be say we spend all the money under President Buhari administration for a turnaround maintenance that was never turned around? And why can we not prove that effectively? Or maybe we just enter inside what Garuba Shehu told us. Not much, but he did reveal that that story about rats invading the villa we didn't carry at that time, that it was just a strategy to cover up for Buhari's illness, to keep Nigerians busy so that we'll continue to be talk, so that they will cover up for Buhari sickness at that time. If you remember, there were lots of stories concerning that then. In fact, then a permanent secretary even revealed, say that there are actually rats in the villa. He even explained why there were rats in the villa at that time. And press conference, so Sudan explained to us. I remember in name that I think permanent secretary in the State House, Jalal Arabi, he said that there was rodents and other pests in the presidential villa because of its location and availability to eatables. So a lot of eatables there around them. So a whole person will be saying now Aso Villa permanent secretary lied to us koro like this for Nigeria. How then do we not believe our
Precious,
Sir,
The problem with this country is that people don't get punished for crimes they commit. They don't get punished. There's no punishment. There are no consequences. If Nigeria was working, if Nigeria was a country that was working well, by now, Shehu Garuba would be cooling off in the cell for deceiving
I agree.
200 million plus Nigerians. There is no difference from what Shehu Garuba has done and what the former aviation minister did. Scamming. It is the people in power that are scamming this country. They're the ones scamming the citizens. And they're the ones giving this country a bad image. They're the ones demarketing this country. So now you see why they had to do everything to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. Yes. Because they created an opportunity for Nnamdi Kanu to say a lot of things that he said. Don't forget that during that period of this rat or no rat, you know, Nnamdi Kanu said that was when Nnamdi Kanu said that what you have is Jubril from Sudan and not Buhari. And that one paying Buhari pass.
For all the things when they talk, now that one paying and pass.
Now that one paying and say they look at me and say Jubril from Sudan. Of all places. But looking back now, with this book that has been written by this so-called SA, is it not obvious that they gave room for Nnamdi Kanu to say the things he said? So why keep Nnamdi Kanu in detention up till now? With all these revelations. So the person that should be in detention now is actually Shehu Garuba and not Nnamdi Kanu. But then Nigeria has become immediate. Don't forget, like I said, once the head starts getting rotten, the whole body will pick part of it. You remember that after they told you that rats invaded Aso Villa, we now heard how snakes swallowed money.
Jump money.
We're not good. From there, you had one gorilla monkey.
How about the monkey?
So
how about the monkey? Yes.
Yes, now. So this whole thing is it shows you how, I don't know what is better language to use, but it shows you how corrupt Nigerian leadership is across board. That is what it is.
Mr. Kenobi, would you like to chime in? Because this looks like an outright scamming of the citizens by the people in power at that time.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, why should he even add this to his memo or his book? You know, say there's some secrets a person supposed live with and die with for the rest of their life.
Again,
you're not supposed to open mouth tell us this thing.
Absolutely. Again, yes, he's not supposed to say, but again, judging from what Chilaka said, you know, because we don't punish bad behavior. Yeah. So those who, and by the way, I think it's also a problem when a northerner feels that, look, they can say anything and get away with it in this same country. Okay? If a southerner said the same thing they said,
by now it should be, it will be trending. All hell will let loose.
All hell, yes, exactly.
If it was Jonathan's administration that made this reveal now that, oh, we deceived the people with one thing, everywhere for don't scatter.
Absolutely. So again, talking about even why Jonathan had to even listen to Adoke and all the people that, you know, advised him against shutting down the government of Shettima, was because they were also from the north, and because again politics are play here. Jonathan wanting to please the north so that he can be able to win second term had to listen to them, okay? Because I mean, against all advice to say, look, if you want to do anything, you have all the powers, because Nigerian president is the only one that is called or regarded as president, commander-in-chief. So everything runs from him. Everything cascades down from his own commands and control. So if anybody who is a Nigerian president today wants to do anything, he has limitless powers. Because again, I talked about the difference between politics and governance. Everything runs through the president, not even the presidency. President. After all, if we copy the American style of democracy, you understand, they are just the executive arm of government, while this other one, the three other arms, are supposed to have equal powers to check
Yeah.
each other's
Yes.
activities and
No, no,
stuff
no.
like
But
that. Do you
we have
understand? So that they can
everybody
run
buying down to
effective
this
government. But
executive
it
arm.
doesn't happen in Nigeria. Exactly. So if you look at it, that Jonathan didn't do what he did, not because he might have considered, okay, anything to please the North so that I can be able to win large chunk of votes, if I if during second term anyway. But it didn't happen. So if you look at what is going on now, you find that Garba did and said what he said because he feels, and then he was again, anybody can consider him foolish, if you like, to have put that in a book. What sense does it make to tell us in the face, the whole world, that you lie to Nigerians, over 200 million people? I mean, I don't know how to describe this kind of
All
this
right.
kind
So,
of
Mr.
behavior.
Kenobi, there were some. I remember some tweets back then that were trending after that Asoro Villa. And I like to just take some of them. I remember then he wasn't even a minister then. Festus Keyamo tweeted and said
Mm,
two offices in Asoro were unoccupied for the same period. How come Rats entered
period.
one office and avoided the other from where PMB now works? How come? And then people responded to him. He said, I just say you should be defend this government. You know, defend them again. That's what people respond to them. Then I like to take on that conversation because they were very interesting. What I call memes at that time. I think this.
Precious, before you continue, let me say something.
Okay, sir.
Um, Honestly speaking, I think the time has come for us as a country and as a people to demystify the
Mm,
North. If we don't do it, we will keep having problem in this country. This whole concept or this whole idea that the North, the vote from the North decides who becomes the president, that the North is more than these other tribes or other ethnic groups, is a fallacy.
it's a myth,
We
yes.
need, we
I
need,
agree.
we need to, we need to stop that rubbish. If you don't stop it, this country cannot move forward. I find it very insulting each time people will tell you, oh, the North will decide who will rule this country. Let me decide that we go back to regional government. I'm telling you the truth. Then we'll have different, leaders in the region, presidents in the region. Because this whole thing is annoying. It
All
is
right.
it is making me feel very emotional. Each time people open their mouth and tell me the North will decide who becomes the president.
Okay, so just going back to some of the conversations there, this person asks that this is funny. Where has Oshibajo been working from if rats invaded? Even then, remember that Reno Mokri was also one of those who was a strong critic of this administration at that time. He also did tweet, and I think his tweet was one of the very funny tweets I remember at that time. Yeah, let's see. Hey, yeah, he says, if you are wondering where all the rats or why all the rats in your city have reduced, wonder no more. They have all relocated to seek greener pastures in Aso Rock. Not be small matter. So there were very, very interesting tweets at that time. Somebody said, "No time, no time. The country is hard, so themselves they go take shelter from somewhere." So it was very interesting at that time. But it is really sad right now thinking or retrospecting what Nigerians were going through at that time because you know that it was just sometime at the beginning of his administration when people were wondering that what's going on. Say people didn't get so much hope and belief for President Muhammad Buhari at that time. And they were grossly disappointed with the way
Mm,
he started. And at some point, people were still waiting that, okay, maybe now one more thing they do, he will fit to do better. So here, see all these things will happen intentionally. It's really very disappointing.
Precious,
Sir?
no anointing this night. Which one be warm up? The one when they say
Eh?
prepare 20 years, I mean 30 years. What did he not give Nigerians? The one when say
Eh?
prepare 20, 30 years, he prepare to call Ruluna. What did he not give Una? They're all the same thing, no difference. Packaging.
Ew. Ew. Sorry. In fact, it be like say I get message for you here, Prince Francis Chilaka. Um, this person says they say they owe you per wine again. They don't give you per wine. Not be
Ah,
because of this. So they say, Prince Shilak, I want keg of palm wine for you. So that you
thank
go cool
you.
the temper. The way you came for me, I need to read that message so that your mind go cool down small because I don't get strength. Thank you, sir. So I hope you're calm now. Be expectant of your keg of palm wine. So, what do you think about this whole refinery shenanigan that is going on, sir? With what's going on with Dangote and the rest of them. But let me quickly take this call because people are just itching to jumping on the conversation. Hello, good evening and welcome. Please make it quick.
Yeah, I will be quick. Mazi from Germany.
Hell, Mazi, one nemo, Mazi Gadi.
Yeah,
How are you, sir?
sorry. Fine, I'm good. I'm good.
You
Thank
you ran away
My
again.
sister.
Why? You ran away again.
Yeah, I don't know where, Yana had the reason.
Child.
Over here, just walk and sleep.
Child. Sorry. Welcome.
I went to Scotland, yeah.
Okay, you're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Chilaka and my brother Kene, this thing you are discussing with our sister Precious. Since I was born in Nigeria, I grew up in Nigeria. I left Nigeria in 1991. We have been saying this thing. We have been discussing this thing every time. Imagine a child that was born in 1991. That means he will be about 30-something years. 30-something years of wasted in this thing we're discussing. Look, to rule Nigeria is very simple. If they want Nigeria to be okay, now that we have 6 geopolitical zones, right? Why not you make it compulsory? Put it in the that every 4 years this zone is going to produce a president, and next 4 years the other zone. Why are we wasting our time discussing the same trouble, the same problem every day? Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves?
So we should just keep quiet. Should we just keep quiet and just let things continue the way they are?
I'm saying our leaders, you are doing a very great job. I just came back from work now. I just plugged in. I've been off for almost 2 weeks now. You are doing a very great job. But the people who are responsible, in doing this thing, they are not talking. Obi can let me tell you the fact. I told you I grew up in the north. I witnessed when even in 1983, when Azikiwe was campaigning to be president of Nigeria. I witnessed what these people were talking about Azikiwe in 1983 or 1984. So this thing we're discussing, my sister, it is not going to help us. In another 30 years, we will be discussing this thing until Nigeria is redefined. That make it, constitutional. Let us know where we belong to. Peter Obi is but let me tell you, no Northerner is going to vote for Peter Obi. Northerner. It is what I witnessed as a young man who lived in Zamfara State. No Northerner can trust an Igbo man to become the president of Nigeria.
But they can trust a Yoruba man.
Yes, they can trust a Yoruba man. Because the Yoruba man.
So the Yoruba man they trust now is doing them very well. They know
Exactly.
Let's hold on. You think they have not learned from this?
No.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Okay,
Let me tell you. I swear, I grew up in the north. I lived in the north for very many years. A northerner still believe that Yoruba person is more Nigerian than an Igbo man.
So no vex. Now the question what would they ask? Not be say whether a Yoruba person is more Nigerian. Would they talk about this particular Yoruba man where they vote for right now? We put away this administration and would they inside. And this same particular one comes back to vote for election. They will rather just hold on. I mean, Mr. No vex. Make my question clear. So if this same person, where all of them they cry now, they protest sometimes for not for hunger. If this same one come out now, say make them vote again, they go rather vote for her than vote for Obi. Is that what you're telling me?
Because
if it's the yes, then that means we're not ready in this country now. That is it. So just go ahead. Thank you.
My beautiful sister, that's what I'm telling you. We're not ready. We have to define it. We have to redefine Nigeria. We have to say exactly 4 years the south, 4 years southeast, 4 years this and that. Otherwise, an Igbo man can never become the president of Nigeria till thy kingdom come. Forget about what these people are telling you. All this.
I totally disagree with you.
No, I do too.
An Igbo man can never.
I do too.
If they trust Yoruba people, as long as that person is a Muslim, they trust him than trusting Obi.
Not be the same Muslim where they trust now where we dey inside like this.
This
Now the question why they ask you. So you don't believe that from 1999 till now, there may have been a little bit of change, especially with the EG, for example.
No, things have changed though.
You know, if you say the EG, for example, what we don't see for the hand of APC administration or when Nigerians,
No.
you know, they enough.
Let me tell you, over there, they tell you I didn't move. My religion is more important.
I beg, if somebody is in the north, call us from the north, or go like to
So,
feel the pain
Precious,
of the
let me
northerners.
help you. I have also
I need
been.
somebody to call us from the north. And then I
I
would
have
also like to
lived
ask you a question. And you also believe that the fact that Obi won in Nasarawa, almost won in Benue, won in Plateau, and other middle belt states is not enough to make him win election if he doesn't get northeast and northwest.
I'm telling you the call north now. I'm telling you where the
But he still had some votes in the core north now. Because now I'm coming. Mr. No. I want us to also say something. Sorry. You don't tune me where, you know, we need to talk so that we educate Nigerians. You do remember that this same core north you're talking about, let's say it is the northwest and the northeast. These are these are the parts of north you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Now, you do know that we do not have 70% of Muslims in those parts of the north. Do you know that? I am telling you now. Okay, so are you telling me that if we do not have 70% of Muslims, that even Christians there cannot give Obi 25% of votes?
Okay.
Remember that what he needs in all those states is just 25%. So he cannot get 25% of votes. Is that what you're saying? Go ahead.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
In Northwest, you have 80% Muslims. The Christians there, when you go to KB, you have Zulu people. They are all particularly Christians. That's where you have mostly you have Christians. You go to Southern Kaduna, that's where you have Christians. But the Northwest are predominantly, okay.
Northwest. You see, not Southern Kaduna in Northwest.
No. Kaduna is not central.
That is what I'm telling you. No, Kaduna is not central. It's northwest.
Kaduna is
it's very, very
northwest,
northwest.
Kaduna is northwest.
But Borno State, I do know, also has lots of Christians. So what are we talking about?
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
If you go to Northwest, you know, you have at least 80% Muslims. That is.
It is not up to 80%. Do your statistics well.
It's not.
It is not up to 80%. Yes, there are Muslims, but not up to 80%. Stop it now. Maybe now what we could never do census since now.
Precious, let me tell him something. So let him be on the line.
Muslims and
he will not hear you.
Okay.
So what I'm telling you, let me tell you, I'm telling you as somebody who grew up in the north, who speak out very well. Let me tell you, even when in the north, when there was a time, Azare, if you listen to this DSS boss, who told you there was a crisis in Azare, and when those people picked up guns, they defeated the Boko Haram. I lost my uncle Felix in Azare. Let me tell you that even though that Azare is almost, that Bauchi state is almost predominantly indigenous people, but foreigners are ruling them. If there's any crisis today, they will even, those Christians you see, they will attack Igbos more than one. They will follow their follow Northern attack Igbos. I lived in
all right, thank you so much. You've made your point.
These people, let me tell you, finally, let me tell you, Igbos, you are on your own. You're all in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, Prince Francis Chilaka, you're about to say
something. The mistake a lot of my brothers from the Southeast make is that they just sit down behind their keyboards and behind their whatever, and they say all sorts of things. I lived also in the North for about 6 years. I didn't live there as a baby. I lived in the North as an adult. And I can tell you this for free. I contested the first election I contested in a political party. It was in Abuja. And I know how that election went. And I know how I became the first FCT secretary of the former ANPP. You understand? But the point I'm trying to make is this. The North have, just as the South, as we're growing politically and all of that, the North is even more politically aware than the South. Because they are more informed. They carry their transistor radio, they hear, they know. So if you're talking about the pains the sufferings Nigerians are going through today, the North is far aware of us than those of us in the South. And when it comes to say, who will they vote for? Gone are the days when the imams control the Kalawatas. A lot of these Kalawatas, you can't control them anymore. Because a lot of them have become conscious of the environment and they want to do what they want to do.
Absolutely.
They want to do what they want to do. So we must have that. We must have that at the back of our mind to know that. Let me tell you the truth. If tomorrow, if ADC wants to win the election and they are serious and they put up Peter Obi and they have the likes of Atiku supporting, El-Rufai supporting, I am telling you, you will not lose one vote in the North. The issue of Muslim or no Muslim will not play out.
If there is a backing of an Remi in the tickets, that's what you're saying.
Simple. That's the truth. So when people come and say that in the North, no. It is not the Kalawatas that is the problem in the North. Oh. The problem of the North is the elite. Very wicked elite.
Is whatever they tell them they do?
Poverty, my dear. Poverty. Poverty hold them for neck.
Mm-hmm.
And they're using it as a tool. That's why they say in Nigeria, what you have is multi-dimensional poverty. And that poverty in the North has split into the South.
All right, let me take this caller. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome. Sir? Okay, Mr. Tony from Chicago.
Yes,
you're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
Okay, let me make my quick contribution.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, I want to throw a line with Prince Chilaka. This ADC, they are still on the building stage. I think today, David Mark had a meeting with 37 chairmen of ADC, state chairmen. That's what he telling that in their meeting. And this thing about who will lead them, don't be surprised. They just know what they're doing. They allow us deceiving ourselves, taking their time, doing what they're doing at the background. Since they unveil that ADC, every day, who will be Atiku, that's what Nigerians are facing. Even the opponent, APC, are still facing the same thing. But they know, I believe these people that took about 18 months to get started this thing, they have done that this day, that have gone this day, that in fact they are driving Nigerians.
All right,
they allow us to do this, what we are doing. I think they might come up with a different thing which might shock all of us. But the best bet for me, if I can suggest for them, is Obi. Because Obi, if Obi, that man can do 4 years, if I agree with them, he is a principal man. He can do 4 years for them to go back. But if I think comes back, I believe everything will be back. I thought I was support Tinubu.
All right, thank you.
So it's a better support because I know that I cannot have one man running presidential candidate every 4 years. It's not fair.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Okay. I see the sentiments, but so we try to be as factual as possible for inside this conversation, at least based on waiting we know where don't they happen already for inside the country. And I wait to make it like say we they talk with who they talk. Some people they of the opinion say, oh, Bino go figure 25% votes for Nigeria because of say go fit win northern states. And some people feel say, just like you have said, that hello, good evening. Hello?
Hello,
sir?
How are you?
Ogaranyo Biadiocha from Denmark. It after though. Talk quick, sir. Mazi. Go ahead, sir. No, it's okay. Go ahead, please.
You see the Prince Gineka, well done. The history of imposter have not been verified, according to Prince
Chilaka.
What he said about somebody, what was missing and the Jubilee of the Sudan.
It's the duty of the security forces to clear the air if Nigeria is a nation. Now look at this, those things were story. That is what is holding the guy in the prison. That's why they're still holding him, because he's right for what he said. After Jonathan, you will find out that Jonathan had been going around since after his regime and be consulting other states, other countries' elections. One thing I want you people to understand is this: your vote does not count. The people who count the vote are the chief security of the countries. Without the chief security of the countries, your vote will not count. But with them, if they stand for the country as a nation, everyone vote will count. I don't know why if people can't you remember that even after Jonathan, where is the chief security of Jonathan? Do you know what happens to him? Dazuki, somebody. So what about all this one? Have you heard that they have arrested anyone? You see, they have pushed our people now to be talking 2027, and then we'll be busy doing whatever they're doing.
Okay.
2 years is very far away.
Thank you so much, Agaranya. Make us just.
And nobody is talking about how to move forward. They are talking about election. Let me say one thing. The last word. I have said it on this year channel that Atiku Abubakar can never be the president of Nigeria. Whatever they do, even if they put Obi, do you know that they cannot have this election without international observers? Does Tinubu sign the peace accord? Have you known that Abu Salam is coming to bring a peace accord? Who will sign it? Are you people are waiting for 2027? Nothing gonna happen. Tinubu continue going. You guys are just wasting time.
That's your opinion.
Watching.
Thank you so much. All right. So speaking about Tinubu, Prince Francis Chilaka Ekenobi, where is Tinubu? Nigerians.
St. Monica.
No be Monica, na Lucia. No be Lucia.
It is St. Monica. It's Lucia. It's not come up from Lucia, got St. Monica.
Stop it, sir. So, first of all, he was training. So he left St. Lucia to Brazil, where he attended the BRISC Summit. And after then, the BRISC Summit ended, I think, on the 9th or so. It ended on Thursday, 2 days ago, thereabouts. 9 BRISC Summits. And we never see him for 3-4 days.
Gone to France.
So it's been trending today that where is President Tinubu? Where is President Tinubu? Where he be say go there like this, go offer it down, no go know where he did.
That's why I said don't go to Monica.
Eh?
That's why they send to Monica.
Where be St. Monica?
We know if
now you travel recently. Where is President Tinubu, sir?
He's in France.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Okay.
That's the kind of leaders you people have. Your leaders, they don't reveal their health status, they don't reveal their movement, they don't reveal anything about themselves. They just do what they want to do because there are no consequences.
Okay. So now speaking about reveal their health status and all that, I tell you say, speaking about leadership, waiting being named, since we see talk about party, the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, don't come and contact say, why are PDP people leaving the party? It's not good. Your house cannot be leaking, and you run away from the house instead of you to patch the house. And then Governor Tom don't come at contact say, any of them will go. Say they go suspend them. Say all those people where they that is Atiku Abubakar and Co will be suspended from the party. That they have given order for them to be suspended because they no go fit ANDA by at the same time. That they cannot work. Let's take a footage of him saying that very quickly.
There is no way you will be in PDP and be in another party and you'll be left. All those people, we have directed them to expel all of them. As simple as that. You cannot have two parties running at the same time. You must be in one. So if you want to be in PDP, you remain there. Even today, I received somebody who was saying coalition, but he has come back to be with me.
So now, why this message con they spark a lot of reaction? Because Nigerians come and say, "Excuse me, Oga, are you not G5 Wike's friend? But your friend, not be him there for one leg in PDP and the other leg in APC. So why you not fit start by expelling Wike? Why do you start by telling other people that you will expel them? Do you think that it is possible for the PDP to expel Atiku Abubakar and the rest of them? I mean, the rest of them will be say leave the party to go do coalition. Do you see the possibility?
Let me tell you. Autumn is delusional. is completely delusioned. He's a man that he doesn't have credibility. The man lacks credibility. For him to say that shows you the kind of people we have as political leaders. Wike has been working for APC and destabilizing PDP. Between Orton and Makinde, why have they not called for the suspension of Wike? Why have they not? So that's to show you the kind of people you have as leaders. People who have no integrity. As far as they're concerned, they are enjoying the largesse that comes with their office and nothing else. So, I mean, nobody takes Autumn seriously. Nobody. No right-thinking person will take him seriously. Because he's part of the problem. The suffering, the hunger, the multidimensional poverty in this country today, the lawlessness in the society, the agorism that we're facing, he is part of the people who caused it. So he has no right to speak to Nigerians. He has no right whatsoever to address Nigerians and tell Nigerians what to do. So people like him should not be listened to.
Okay, so Mr. Kenobi, very quickly, I won't tell you one injustice we didn't do to some people when no good. Make it help me come inside here. So earlier today, we heard that hundreds of persons, including members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, and market women, were among those on Friday denied access to the Edo State Government House during the celebration of Government the Populous victory at the Supreme Court. So they're supposed to do party for Supreme Court, and everybody, they invite people where they're supposed come for the party. It can't reach time to open gate for them for government house or party. They can't deny some people. Is it good? Mr. Kenobi now. I'm sorry.
This one call for laughter now.
See now, they deny them. And these are supporters. So
which kind of wild is this?
Supporters of the party were reportedly barred from entering the government house by security operatives who said they were acting on instructions when they came to celebrate with our victory.
So who can't lock the gate again? This one is just.
Those are not the APC members.
This is so
members. My brothers will say, my brothers will say, "Oh, find him no checking. I'll find him no checking." What is going on?
Oh God. I don't tire for
all right, so if you like quickly jumping on the refinery issue.
Precious, hold on. As I don't talk about when they lock outside, make a talk. Since after the election of your president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where is MC Olomo?
Indio, Nine be the chairman of all NURTW now. Remember,
don't forget that I was
the chairman.
That's why we say that this country there is so much lawlessness. Don't forget that the appeal court sacked him.
Yes, and that appeal court and the final court of jurisdiction for that. But he still be
chairman.
No, he's still
that is the algorithm we're having in Nigeria.
That's Oh, Chim. So, Mr. Kenobi, would you like to jump in very quickly on the the refinery issue?
On the NPC
issue. It is more than sad that has got to be the case with billions of naira missing, poured into that project, and yet now we can't hear say go work, and then NNPC boss can't they give hints, body language like it be like say we go sell all the refinery. Who won't buy them? Who go buy them? How the person go take maintain them?
So
no government no try to maintain. Go ahead, sir.
I think people like someone like Dangote himself, Aliko Dangote, who has the capacity to say things the way we think about them in our hearts. If it's another person that said this, maybe we would not have listened. Nigerians may not have believed the person, but because Dangote is who he is and he has capacity and he's playing in the same industry, so he knows what is going on. As far back as 1999, I remember someone like Emeka Ofo You understand? I used to sell vehicles to him as far back as 97, 98. Yeah. And then when Obasanjo came in, you know, the role he played in bringing him into power, the little help he also gave him, Obasanjo found the need to also make him one of the persons that could be involved in the turnaround maintenance of our refineries at the time. And then a couple of other people came into the business too. So they've been sinking money into this turnaround maintenance that in fact it became like a conduit pipe for fraud and all manner of scams going on and all of that. And I think it is largely believed now that there is nothing that governments run, especially government of Nigeria, that they run well. Anything they handle, they will kill it. And it's like that in many other areas of our economy. Okay, talk about Nitel, talk about anything at all that they've had their hands into. There's nothing they run that they don't kill. The only thing that is a bit alive today, even though it's dead, is this refinery and NNPC, the existence. You know, if I have to go back into how NNPC even started, you know, in the 70s, and those who came to PC, and they have become global companies today. If you look at Petrobras, that was fashioned against the methodology and the style of NNPC, Qatar Gas today, they've all gone global.
You don't
And
you don't
NNPC
want
has
to
been
even go there. There's no comparison right now.
exactly. So NNPC has been reduced to a trading company, and then you have different government agencies who are manning them, and then different people collecting salaries. Then you'll be wondering again what they're doing. They're not productive. They're not innovative. They're not moving forward. But a lot of monies are being voted. The oil will sell, goes into NNPC account, and then whatever it is they declare to
As we
central
speak,
bank is
about
what we get.
210 trillion naira is missing. As we speak, that is
Exactly. So
210 trillion naira. They
now,
say waka comots.
House of
You never
Rep,
see anywhere it go.
exactly. The Senate asked the new guy to come and explain. He's
You
sending
never go.
uh his, his
You never
he's
go.
sending his subordinates to go and represent him. So that's the kind of shenanigan that we usually go on in our system. And at the end of the day,
And
after some
just to
time, you
play
might
it,
not be
210 trillion naira is about 4 times this 2025 budget. Too. Do you understand?
that's the same thing we're talking about.
Go ahead, sir.
This is this is a
So now
huge amount
our
of,
budget
I
for
mean,
4 years or so.
exactly. So if the auditors are saying some things are not clear, come and explain. Some monies are not. What does it take? But then that's an aside. So let's look at what Dangote said. Dangote has come out succinctly to say this is the position of the refinery. This is what it is. I don't think the
It's ever
government
going
is
to
even
work.
interested in putting in more money. So this thing is going to die a natural death. I think we need to believe him. And you see, if they can, and by the way, he also talked about the fact that when they bought it off the government of Obasanjo, and then Yaradua came and then took it away from them and had to give them their money back and all of that. He's saying, look, at that time, if they had given it to them, maybe they would have done something better with it. But since they left, he told the government of Yaradua that if we don't get this thing, if you're to sell this thing anytime you want to, you might not be able to get up to $200 million. And that has become the reality. They've been able to run this thing. It's so painful. It's so painful because we're in a country where we just get deceived. These people come to lie to us, we keep voting in money, and at the end of the day, nobody is held accountable. I really wish we'll get to that level where you know, bad behaviors are punished. Bad behaviors are punished. I don't know the kind of country that we're running, that people who do bad are not in prison. The system tend to cover them up. It's crazy. But Dangote has told us what the truth is. And I thank God that Dangote and his own refinery has come, you know, to stream, and then at least we have a functional
to show us EG, for example,
refinery.
how did it do them?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you, Priscilla. If you can, in just a
what
minute, so that we can wrap up. I can see you're really tired.
Yes, you know the thing is, when we talk about NNPC, I've always asked this question: who are the owners of NNPCL?
Nigerian people, sir.
Who are you a part? Are you part of the owners?
We, the Nigerian people, now.
Are you part of the ownership? Are they giving account? Have they ever rendered account to you?
Do they care?
Who is your president? Who is your minister for petroleum?
They don't know you, man.
Good. Now, this is where it is. First and foremost, when this government said subsidy is gone, for me, it was an avenue to cover the shit of all those who have embezzled subsidy money, which they call a scam. That was the first thing.
Why?
Because everything subsidy is gone, who and what's importing fuel into the country?
So are you saying that he would have held them accountable, or what are you saying?
Obviously, that was, if you listen to his speech on May 29, 2023, he said that all those who have before now been beneficiary of the scam called subsidy will be brought to book. How many of them have they brought to book?
The book never be available, sir.
Good. So, 2, subsidy is gone. And yet, we hear that NNPC is still importing petrol. The same NNPCL that came and did you know the way that we normally commission projects in Nigeria, we use the money, or three-quarter of the money, or even sometimes the money that is worth more than the project you are commissioning, use it to commission the project. When Obasanjo came out that time and told Nigerians that these refineries are not working, President Bola Tinubu and his dogs went wild. They went after President Bola, former President Obasanjo. They went after anyone who said the refineries were not working. But today,
so that means they just do off. That means it was not, because people were saying that it wasn't working and that it was just blending, that they were blending.
Wait now, even the blending, they blend.
Ew.
Because today, what do you have? You have refineries that are not working. You have subsidies gone. You have importation of fuel. You have the independent market that's telling you that government is owing them money. You have NNPC that has gone moribund. You now have the NNPC that they want to sell. Now, all the money that has been put into it, who has given you account of it? You know that when you sell NNPC tomorrow, with all its assets and liabilities, you can no longer punish those who have siphoned money from it. Because the sales will cover them.
Thank you. Let's. It's just a good place for us to anchor, because there's no time anymore. Mr. Kenobi, do you have a parting shot, or you just like to say your goodbyes?
It's all right. Just hoping when Nigeria hoping that Nigeria gets better, because the way things are happening in this country, even the type of politics that we're playing and going into 2027, it doesn't still give someone hope for a better Nigeria. With the politicians and the way they are playing, it's almost the same thing. We just keep repeating the same thing over and over. Now we're talking about election. INEC is not. Nobody is even talking about INEC. INEC is supposed to look at the electoral system and see how they can, amend what was, because we had a big problem in 2023. Those glitches and all of that had not been taken care of. You understand? And I don't know how INEC will come and tell Nigerians something to believe in tomorrow. I don't know. These people have been lying to us. So it pains me that we are repeating the same mistake. I don't know how, but let's see how it goes.
Thank
It
you.
really pains me because the things we're saying today is not different from the things we said yesterday. They are not different than the things we said a couple of years ago. It's the same thing. We just keep repeating the same thing, the same people,
Like
the
Mazi
same
said.
system, the same method, everything. It's just so tiring. I don't
Thank
know.
you. Thank you. Thank you. So Nigerians, don't forget to follow us like a village people. Kindly subscribe, Precious ATV. Subscribe, like this post, and then share it. And then Prince Francis Chilaka. I just want quickly rush your own before you help me rush her back. Please kindly follow Prince Francis Chilaka at subscribe to him at the Naked Truth TV 01. The Naked Truth TV 01. You see him there. Mr. Kenobi, are you on social media? Do you do socials?
Yeah, so I cannot be on Facebook. First I can on Instagram and I can first on
Twitter.
on X.
So anywhere they go, either they type Ekenobi or Ekene Foster Ekene,
I
they
can
see you there.
first either way. Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, sir. Thank you. Prince Francis Chilaka, your parting shot, sir.
My parting shot, my parting shot,
Eh,
my parting shot, na simple one. Oh.
eh. Okay, sir.
All those who have been milking this country, we need to gather them and kill them.
Hey, Prince Francis Chilaka. Ah. Hey, Nigerians, good night. I did
If
not.
you tell me, if anybody can open his mouth and tell me, one, that the refinery that was just celebrated is not working. Two, you open your mouth, your stinking mouth, to tell me that you lied to 2 million Nigerians about rats. That person should be brought out and stoned to death.
Ew. Nigerians, good night. So continue to follow us like a village people, subscribe, and then of course make sure say you could join us again tomorrow as we bring on a more matter than massively happen for inside Nigeria. Thank you so much, Mr. Francis Chilaka. Mr. Kenobi, I am most grateful. Thank you so much, Mr. Francis. You know, say your reward day on earth, you know, day for
Welcome.
heaven. You don't get that power when you find that time again now. So more power for you. Thank you so much. I
Thank you.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
God
All
bless
right
you
then.
big time. Let's continue to speak for the growth and development of our nation. I'll see you guys again tomorrow evening, God willing. Good night and God bless you.